Sadly, it was my privilege to serve as chairman of the Council on Aging. And during the pandemic, we did not let up. The staff, army of volunteers, shopped for people, gave them rides to the doctor, carried them to grab and go meals, and offered to host classes at the museum. The only gap for our elders has been a place to go when they could no longer live alone in their home. From that time on, where it's happening to many of my family, the reality becomes painful. And for living an active life in mental health, we have to move out of here. Well, that was not good enough for the three people I'm going to introduce. Heather Carnes, her husband Michael Lafayette, Phil Hobbs, all Marblehead residents, joined Pleasant Street LLC and set up to build on their own. It's noted my pleasure to introduce you to Michael Lafayette, whose career has focused on leading project teams in concept, development, and launch. Fourth and final project project. Michael, it's all yours.
Now, if you hear a thunderclap, don't be concerned. It's only the gods cheering on the mariner. So, we're here today to celebrate the mariner, but really, this started out in 1999 and 1998 when new citizens of Marblehead put on the town warrant that they needed a bylaw to create senior housing and senior living. So, 22 years later, here we are today. There's a phrase that we've all heard, there's no I in team, but I'm pretty sure the M stands for Marblehead. And in the few minutes that we have here, I'd like to tell you a little bit about our team, recognize the larger team in general, and share a few memorable moments that we shared over the last 5 years. But first, I have to thank two people specifically. First is a Marbleheader whose financial strength and backing made this project viable. This person worked for a startup as an employee number 4 behind Larry Page, Sergey Brin, and Eric Schmidt. If those names aren't familiar, just Google it. The person is, of course, my wife and partner, Heather Carnes. The other is a gentleman who has spent the best part of 2 decades volunteering his time to return with Marblehead on various boards, civil projects, and engineering projects right here in Marblehead. He's our neighbor, he's our friend, he's our local permitting expert, and that is Phil Helms. Now, of course, the extended team of family, friends, and neighbors, we're very happy that we're here today because I'm sure you're very tired of us hearing talk about the mariner. So that's going to be put behind us because now we start. Of course, the supporters, which we call our booster club, and of course the selectmen who had to handle a barrage of comments and concerns about the project, the town administrator who gave us a venue to articulate the benefits of a community like this, and the town planner who gave us guidance on how to attract the assisted living community project. Of course, our partners, Northbridge Company, Jim and Wendy, and a lot more to say later, and then everybody that helped us really build out the project, including our architects, interiors at WDC, and of course our lender, our Bank and Trust, who tried very many times to give us the funding, but we always had to say, well, we're still in litigation. So there are 2 quotes that I always remember, and one was Jim and Wendy. We have tough times. Jim would always say, Mike, don't worry, we'll get through it. But he always had a solemn face. It was Wendy that was smiling. So where did the 5 years go? Many times, you look back on a project like this, and for some folks, like this team, sometimes that 5 years crawls. When we started the project with Mr. Lynch, thank you, Paul. grew, and we expanded our legal team to include Paul Feldman and Sean McCormick. I thought it would be appropriate to mention some numbers so we could all appreciate what we went through. And perhaps if you're watching the local broadcast and print, you can share that with us. But if not, let me just briefly review. 19 hearings, 14 judges, 4 courts, and 3 boards. And we have to thank our legal team for being prepared and present such a fearful project that always gave us a favorable outcome. Now, if you were to ask us our 3 special moments, the first was when we encountered our first roadblock. We had private citizens like Ed Bell and Mike Burke come out, and they said, Michael, we've got to do this. So they went out, and in the span of 6 weeks, canvassed 15 neighborhoods in Marblehead and put together a petition of 2,000 signatures that said that we wanted America. So it was at that point, we said, we can't stop. There's something here. The second moment of the last hearing, where over 600 people showed up. And that, I remember that evening when the chairman stood up and said, "I want to show of hands in favor of this project." And Heather and I and Phil turned around, and it must have been close to 600 people stood up and raised their hand. Heather had tears in her eyes, Phil's jaw hit the ground, and I was stunned. That was the second time that said, we got this. We just got to keep moving forward. And then the third moment is today. It's very special to us that you're all here to help us celebrate your community. So thank you. Now there are a few examples of how we recognize the support and love in town, and that is, we're perfect strangers approaching us, whether it's at Java or the landing or the 3-Potter, and they say, you guys can't stop. We need the housing. We got to keep moving forward. We have folks like Sylvia Swain and Mandy Sylvester put together Pro Mariner signs, and I think you can all remember that cute seagull painting the Pro Mariner signs in the neighborhood. We received letters from people we didn't even know, and the most recent one I'll have to read to you, and it said, "Dear Heather and Michael and Phil, I wanted to congratulate you on finally getting you approval for Marblehead's much-needed assisted living community. Thank you for your persistence in working through what must have been an agonizing process. I wish you great success during construction throughout the community's occupancy process. Sincerely, Mary Stewart." And lastly, this project is supported by a lot of the local folks within the neighborhood, and I want to recognize them for speaking for us and behind us, and that is Ron and Bonnie Grenier, Ben and Jill Rhodes, George and Melissa McDonald, and Andrew and Lauren Monk. So, this is your community, and on behalf of our team, we thank you and congratulations.
Everyone. Oh, it's so good to see you. And thank you, Intrepid Souls, for coming in this weather. I so appreciate it. This has been a long road. It's been so long that I wondered if this day would ever come. But we're here because of you. You backed us up. You stood by us, so we never let up. Michael, said, well, we're not really developers, but we do play them on TV. We are locals, you know, we live here in Marblehead. And I'm as local as you can get. I was born and raised here, and I am a Marblehead public school graduate. Class of 19.
What was that?
You didn't hear?
No.
I did leave town to do good, as Michael mentioned, but Marblehead's always been in my heart, so I came back. The project has been in my heart. The project's been in all of our hearts. And without that passion, we would not be here. I hope that this facility makes you proud. It's been said, by Ed Bell as a matter of fact, that a society is judged on the way it treats its most vulnerable. Marblehead has at least 25% of our residents are over 65. And it is about time that we honor these people and give them a place where they can live, enjoy their lives, and have meaningful lives in a place that they always called home. Further, we don't have to drive to Beverly or to Peabody or to Danvers to go visit them. And that deserves a hallelujah. I want to give a special shout out to two Marblehead icons that have gone before us. One is the lovely and compassionate selectman Judy Jacoby. God rest her soul. And the other is the opinionated writer for the Marblehead Reporter, Rafi Welsh. We love them, and we miss them, and we wish they were here, but something tells me they probably are. Well, it's been almost 7 years, and we are over the moon to finally celebrate this day with you. I am so proud of us. I'm so proud of our team and our dedication and our spirit. Having said that, I'd like to introduce the man without whom this project would not have got off the ground. Our partner, our friend, our neighbor, Phil Helms.
Thanks, everybody. You can all hear me, I'm sure. You know, some of this is going to be a repeat of what we've heard, but sometimes things just come together serendipitously. And this has been one of those situations. And the concept of the Mariner didn't come like a bolt of lightning or a copycat development, as we kind of learned about it through our observations from our aging parents, friends, relatives. And you know, despite the challenges of being homeowners, one of the big aspects of the drive was they really wanted to stay in their town. They could lose the house, but they wanted to stay in the community they grew up with, have friends, have coffee. And so that was one of the elements that really drove us to be here today. It's familiar, it's extended family, and it just made life easier for everybody. You're probably wondering where the name the Mariner actually came from. It came from my father, Bruce Helms, an architect in Westchester County, who New York passed away at 95, and he was a strong supporter of this and had some initial sketches and designs to get this thing going before we brought in EGA. And his suggestion of the name was inspired by the seaside town, Marblehead's nautical experience, and also it conveys the journey of a new lifestyle, being the Mariner. So we thought that was very appropriate, very meaningful to add to the name here, and it ended up sticking with all our partners. While we're here today breaking ground, there's a long list of people Michael mentioned, but this would have never come together but for maybe a 10:30 night as Paul Lynch and I walked out of a meeting, and he said, hey, you're interested in a property? And away it went. I said yes immediately, and we figured it out from there. And then that continued with Heather and Michael and I driving in a car. I think we were looking at a boat or something, and I threw out the idea of, hey, you want to do a real estate development? And yeah, by the time we got out of the car, we said, sure, what's involved? So we launched, and we launched really at that point. I want to special thanks again to Becky Kern, whose guidance and support through this entire process was invaluable. We really leaned on her a lot, and she was very responsive and helpful, helping us through this issue and all the boards and all the rules and regulations. I also want to introduce our great architectural team here. Jerry Menke is in the back. His inspiration was 5 or 6 years ago on the top of the hill when he looked out. He said, "This is where the building should be. We'll come around the back," and that just stuck with us in terms of the design. Al Crepeau has been a steadfast architect, putting this whole package together with Jerry's design. And I don't know if Isabel came here, but Isabel has, oh, there she is, and she's been with us for the entire time, supporting the design process. From a site perspective, Chris Nowak and Vinod Perry, both great supporters from us from a traffic management point of view, site civil, and really integrated the site of this project, beautiful site, into the architecture, and we ended up with what we have today. I also want to highlight the fact that Michael had mentioned it, a lot of residents really provided us a lot of support. We can go through the names, Michael mentioned a number of them, and I just want to highlight that. And we're really pleased here. Also, to give my support, my wife Kathy, who has been with me for this whole journey, and a couple of other developments, has had the patience to listen to my navigate the development process from the beginning, the design, the permits, etc. So thank you for sticking with me. Give her a hand. So finally, after 7 years since we bought this property, we have a top-tier operator here. Wendy and Jim will come up and speak something about their process. We are now partners on this together. We've been partners on this for a long time, and so we're really looking forward for them to run a great operation here. They have in the past. And we're happy Pat Callahan's here, who's taken the lead to build this beautiful building. So thank you, Pat. And you got a great team here. We've all integrated well, and I think we got off to a great start. So at that point, I want to introduce Wendy, who's president of Northbridge Company.
Thank you, all three of you, because it was, 4.5 years ago when we had the pleasure of meeting Heather, Michael, and Phil about this project. And one of the things that we do as a company, because we're a small, local, New England-based company, we focus solely on New England. We are community-based, and the driving factor in everything we do is passion. And when Jim and I had the pleasure of meeting these three, boy, did they have passion for this project. Not only passion, but tenacity. And that's something, and I'm sure they'll tell you this, that we share in common. Jim and I have been, Northbridge has been around now since 2004, but we each have about 30 years of experience in working in senior living. And when we came together, we wanted to do well by doing good. And we have stayed focused to that mission. You'll see on our jackets and on our shirts, live well, love life. That's what we're all about. Isn't that what everybody wants? And certainly these guys epitomize that. So when we had the opportunity to be partners on this project for Marblehead, we really jumped at the opportunity. And thank you. Thank you for putting your trust in us, and we will not let you down. I know there's a lot of people here to thank. I'm going to introduce my partner, Jim Coughlin. We have been working with a lot of the people that Phil and Michael and Heather have mentioned. We have worked with Callahan Construction for many years and EGA. I'm going to allow Jim to say a few words about our wonderful team that's going to bring this community to life. And then I'll tell you a little bit about what Northbridge is all about and what you can expect on a day-to-day basis at our communities. Jim?
Phil, for allowing us this opportunity to partner with you. Wendy talked a lot about the passion that they had, and one of the things that's very important for Wendy and I and the Northbridge companies, and the dedicated team that you see here from Northbridge, is the commitment to do it right. We never lose sight that we're taking care of somebody's mom and dad each and every day, and that commitment from ownership to do the right thing and to deliver a quality product and ensure that we do it the right way is so important. To that end, we have had the opportunity, Wendy and I, over the past 30 plus years, have done over 80 communities, either operated or developed. So we have a lot of experience, and we've had the opportunity to work with a lot of different people. But the team that you see here that's bringing the Mariner to life is some of the best and the brightest in the senior housing world. Mention Pat Callahan. Pat Callahan is not only a very accomplished contractor, and his team is a very dedicated team, but he's also a dear friend. And we've seen him grow his organization with that same level of commitment to quality and doing it the right way. EGA was mentioned earlier with Jerry and Al. We've developed a few communities together over the years. Again, they're some of the best designed communities that we've ever operated, and it's truly wonderful to partner with them. Steph Mayone from Needham Bank came to a project without financing. Steph has been with us, tried and true, as we've grown our organization, and can't thank her enough in going forward. Ray Machado and Brian Park Sickler, who are our owners reps, have done, I think now, 16 communities with us successfully, so it's a real tribute to them that time and time again we rely on their guidance to get through the process. And Faith, you will quickly realize between Heather's design acumen and Faith's design capabilities, this will be truly, truly a special community. It's something that you can be very proud of, being from Marblehead. I will take this moment. I'm thrilled that you would allow me to be here because I am from Situate, a South Shore boy. I know that doesn't work well in the North Shore community,
I don't know how we let him up.
but I'll try to live up to the standards and everything. So thank you very much, Wendy.
Thank you, everyone. I want to just give you a little bit of information about the Mariner. The community actually will be opening, I guess it's the first quarter of 23, but we are actively taking reservations right now. We've got a lot of people that are very, very interested. The community will be spectacular. We provide incredible dining. You're getting a sample of that today, and I hope you have an opportunity to enjoy some of the food that has been prepared by our chefs at some of our sister communities. I'd like to thank Jose Lopez from Stonebridge. Jose. Fabulous food. And there is Victor Casado from Bayberry and Emerald Court. They're showing off their wonderful wares, but these are not just showing off. This is what you can expect. And so please enjoy what we have here to offer. We're a big believer in Eat Fresh, Eat Local. So a lot of our, what you see there is all fresh fish. We partner with local farms. We are very focused on being a community asset. We are connected locally with, honey and wine and you name it. We really want to partner with the community, and we have. So please take a moment to enjoy the food that's offered today, and it's something that you can expect. The other thing that you'll see back there is that we're senior green. So all of the things that you see, all of the supplies are all biodegradable. It's something that we take it into account when we're designing and building a building, and you'll see those types of features throughout the building and in the way in which we operate as well. We have both independent, assisted, and memory care in this building. So there's a full array of services for residents. One of the nice things that we offer is an artist in residence program at each one of our communities, and it is near and dear to my heart because Jim and I are both artists ourselves. And my father actually lives with us at Stonebridge in Burlington, and he is an incredible artist that's done about 32 paintings there and has pretty much taken over the art studio. But we'll have that here as well. So that gives you a little taste, a little appetizer of what's to come at the Mariner. We're very excited to be a part of this community. I want to just take a moment to thank the Northbridge team because we have a lot of people here from Northbridge that have been and are going to be an integral part of the day-to-day. First of all, I'd like to thank the marketing team, Jen Hastings, Shannon McGuire, Kristen Zamaski, everything you see, all of the coordination, all of the beautiful, everything, they make us look fantastic. So thank you guys. I know it's a lot of work, and especially in the rain. Steve Pugliafico, who is our Senior Vice President of Operations. He will be the one overseeing all of the operations of the Mariner as well. And we also have John Lamarand here, who will be here on site as the Executive Director. And John is from the North Shore, so we will have no problem there. You'll see there's little bags, there's little gifts for you all to take. Please take them. There's more information. If you have any questions or want more details, you can certainly talk to John. John's over there in the blue jacket. He's got his hand up, or you can talk to any one of these lovely ladies here. I would be remiss if I didn't also mention Erin Gowdy, who is our queen of closings and was the one that helped us get financing and get the community closed. She's part of our team. Erin, thank you. And without further ado, because I know people are interested in getting a drink, getting a taste, talking to each other, I would like to call up a few people to do an unveiling, to join Michael and Phil and Heather. Could Nick Freeman please come up at Bell, Ron Grenier, Howard and Ruth, Howard and Sharon Rich. Could you please come up and join Michael and Phil by the mysterious large tarp? Jen's here with some umbrellas. Okay, and without Okay, for the first time in Marblehead, 1, 2, 3. Welcome, Mariner. Thank you all. Can I have some of the development team members up to for the ceremonial throwing of the sand?